Well, hey everybody, this is Cowboy Steve of Building a Homestead. Behind me is a 1947 Willys Jeep. We're going to take a look at it for authenticity. We're going to do a walk around on it, and I'm going to consider doing a restore on it. I've got to do it all at once because my Adobe's not working right, and I've got to shoot in here. So if a spammer calls and interrupts my video, it'll stress me. But anyway, there we go. Let me rotate. So this is a civilian version of the military version. Right off the reel, the color is probably not authentic. This came in multiple colors for the civilians, including yellow, kind of a little brighter green for that era, and there's some there. That's a recent spray job. I don't know. I'm seeing olive overtones and whatnots, maybe blue. All right, I don't know. That remains to be seen. So let's see, the windshield's out of it. That's not too unusual for a farm vehicle. The winch and the bumper guard and the A-frame for towing. Oh, look, it's missing the parts for that too. I thought it was going to try to tow with that. Anyway, all not original. There's also some strangeness going on down here in the tube. So oversized tires, brand new brake system, not original. But it is a 1947. Listen, these are inconsequential changes for the authenticity. All right, so that big block, well, I said big block, that 350 Chevy in there, obviously not original. But for 1947s, the original 4 cylinders on a farm, they weren't expected to last that long time. It doesn't really change the value. I might keep that much engine in there, but to be honest, it scares me with the old steering knuckles and the the aged environment. Now, that front end's original, some of it, but the shocks, the oversized tires, not original. All the wiring's been pulled out of it. And may not match this Chevy 350 small block, right? Big V8s in there. Good job, whoever did the restoration on it. They just never finished it up. Now, that's the original Dana transfer case. So the transmission's original. That's another reason I'm a little worried about putting that much V8 on there. There's my numbers, if you can see it. So the dash, not all original, but they're period appropriate. You know, they've been replaced down through the years. So no turn signal. So the seats the frames are okay, but you know, it would have been neutral. It wouldn't have been some camo color on there. Don't know what this part was. Don't know. You notice the axe and the shovel, that's missing from the civilian. The other big thing that lets you know it's a civilian version is the tailgate, which I haven't actually used. Let me see. The jerry cans, those are military. They're not the civilian version. Yeah, the other thing that makes that authentic to me is if some farmer, rancher backed in and smashed, didn't just break, smashed both lens lights. Well, I must have driven this before. So it does have the Willys logo on it. That all looks original. The roll cages weren't original, right? But most folks leave them on if they're on, unless you'd have some immaculate 1944 with some Provenance, you know, Patton's Jeep. You'd pull that off, you know. So I just see some odds and ends missing. I see the knobs missing for the shifters. I don't know if those are original or not. I'm not going to be slavish about restoring this because I'm missing. It's got good upgrades. The brakes are good upgrades. The bigger tires is a good upgrade. Real shocks a good upgrade. Anybody that's owned one of these, they're a little bangy. They jump you around. So there's my plate, engine plate. So that's what you're looking for. So this is a 1947, without a doubt, Willys Jeep. Got a great price on it. The headlights are accurate. Just one's missing, right? The lens lights probably are accurate, but I thought one was white and one was yellow, but they both could be yellow. I don't know. Everything in the engine compartment needs to be finalized. I'm noticing the guy I bought it from says, "Hey Steve, I didn't do the loose bolts." The guy I got it from, everything's loose in there. Look at those head bolts. They're just sitting there. Everything's loose in there. So that's a quick walk around of this 1947 Kaiser Willys Jeep, and I know it's authentic. Everything in it's authentic. Period correct. So it's not a long reach for me to get it a little more closer to what people would find exciting in a restored Jeep, but I'm not going to be slavish about it, right? It's okay, the engine and the upgrades that are good upgrades, leaving them in. Real brakes, oh my gosh, yes, please. And but they all need to be gone through too. I see the pedal saw, but looking forward to all that. Little bit concerned about a big 350 V8 in an old Jeep like that with the steering and the Dana transfer case. If you know what the max size for a Jeep of this era is, let me know. I'm not opposed to selling that engine off and putting back in a more appropriate little 4-cylinder putt around the farm, you know, engine in it. That's what they were, and you could go through the woods and everything. I don't have any intentions of driving 70 miles an hour in Austin traffic with this. All right, I'll tow it to places and do you know, take it off the. All right, a final drink up, everybody. It's wonderful. I think the steering wheel is original ish, right? So anything else you all noticed that I might have missed? I took a look under here at the that all looks, entire drivetrain looks original to me. Most of the suspension looks original. You know, I know there's dangly bits down there. This thing where somebody got in there with a torch, wow, were they were assertive in getting in there and mucking with that. I haven't looked at the brake cylinders. Well, the first thing I would do is make a decision on the engine. And if I find a guy that has a little running 4-cylinder, one reason is I could probably get wiring harnesses that match faster, better, quicker, and give this 350 to somebody who has a better project for it. Or not. I mean, it depends on what the internet says. Put down in a clicky clack if you guys think I ought to do something different than a partial restore, a decent, respectable restoration on it that's not over the wall. I'm not going to get down to the nuts and bolts, frame off, or anything else. I'm restoring it where it sits, but I want it to be a runner. I want to put an antique plate on it, and right now when I look it up, it does say that it was farm equipment. So I got a ways to go. Turn signal, windshield, taillights, front lens at the very least, plus making it a runner. And I'm not necessarily a car guy. I'm good with cars, but it's not my bread and butter. Really, I'm building an off-grid homestead, so I've got a house to build and things like this I just do when I have a little bit of time. In the evening, I never work with saws and things that can hurt me. So in the evening, I have time to work on little projects like this Jeep. Anyway, let me know what y'all think. I've got other videos to go ahead and get done when Adobe fixes itself, and it's got problems right now. But anyway, let me know on this Jeep. I'm super excited for opinions. I'd like to get somebody else to feed into it a little bit. What would you do it? What did you notice that wasn't authentic? What's the easy way to get from point A to point B? Let me know. I'm excited about this project. All right, like, subscribe, follow me along. Bye.